So the game that I find to be the biggest overhype letdown is this. Destiny 1. Boring, bland, repetitive. What else can I say? £55 and I spent 2 hours on it. Unbelievable. There was nothing to do. I was absolutely gobsmacked. So yeah, Destiny gets my thumbs down.
So what game do I think that didn't live up to the hype? Well, it's inevitably going to cause upset and there's going to be so many people getting angry at me for this opinion. But I can't stand Final Fantasy X. Don't get me wrong, love Final Fantasy games, love Final Fantasy VI, love Final Fantasy V, but what was this about? Walking down a corridor, being set in one direction, there's no exploration there, and just when you think it couldn't get any worse, you happen to play Skeet Ball or Blitz Ball or whatever the hell that was called, and you couldn't progress in the game until you played that. That's ridiculous. I don't play a Final Fantasy game wanting to play some sort of new age futuristic sports game, and the less said about that ridiculous laugh, the better.
Time now for me overrated title. This game is, I'm probably alone in thinking this game is a bit overrated for me personally, but that's Dishonored on the Xbox 360 and PS3. When it first came out, it was hailed for all of its different mechanics, like, you know, the blink where you can teleport to different areas, where you can possess the smaller creatures and things to infiltrate bases and things like that. It's like, it was a fantastic game and I really thoroughly enjoyed playing it, until I realised that for myself personally, some of the mechanics, like the blink and the warp, kind of allowed you to skip most of the game that you would no doubt have to really think about. And when I was playing it, I felt like I was thinking more where I could warp to on the level, as opposed to how I was going to confront enemies and things like that. So I felt like I was missing out large chunks in the game through a mechanic that was given that I could almost cheat to win, and it was for me that kind of let it down in a way, from what could have been a fantastic game into something that was a bit, you know, just a bit lacking in a certain extent.
A game that I don't feel lives up to the hype that it got is Stunt Racer X. When this came out, obviously made a big deal of it because it had the Super FX chip, obviously following on from Star Fox, which is still a great game. This is something that I've always struggled with in all the reviews in the magazines. It got really high ratings. However, I know I'm not mad on racing games, but this just seemed to play so poorly, because I've played racing games I've enjoyed, you know, back then, games of Lotus and things, but with this, it just seemed a bit daft, you know, cars with eyes on them and stuff like that. It just didn't really appeal to me. Now, like I say, with this being in Super Top 100, it is in my collection, but even though I've had this for probably a couple of years now, I've not actually had it in my machine. It's just one of those bought just to complete the list. Maybe one day I will try it again. I'm sure there's a lot of fans out there, but I'm really not one of them. You know, I'm granted 4 different vehicles to choose from, a few different tracks, but it just played so sluggish then, so I can't even imagine what it plays now. But then again, maybe I should give it another try.